Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of the Bean Dip Podcast. Thank you guys for joining me again. Man, it's been a crazy couple weeks. Te- I don't even know if I have a show anymore where I'm at. Uh, the location that I was, throwing my show, Rudy's LA, recently got new owners. They came in, I believe Sunday was like their first day as officially the owners, right? They came through to the spot, opened it up, and just got a bunch of people drunk, right? And I mean, I get it, as new owners, they got to see the landscape. And I don't know, to me, it just doesn't seem like I'm in their plans. I'm hearing good things that maybe, but from what I'm hearing, what they want to do is they want to make it into a sushi bar, which, by the way, I do not think is a good idea. Okay, like, we're in the middle of East LA. Rudy's is notorious for the owner, Rudy, who, I mean, you could probably go anywhere throughout East LA and Montebello and find a 50-50 ratio of people that don't like him or fuck with him, and then people that fuck with him. I used to work for Rudy before, and I did not like it. I did not like it. Was too slow there. The guy is like 90 years old, and he could give two fucks about people coming into his bar. He could give two shits. And that's originally why I chose the spot, because I knew it was not busy, right? And I felt, yeah, of course Rudy's gonna be down. I'm gonna bring people. And it was fine. It was going great. And I had a feeling as soon as the owners came, they were gonna switch it up. And they seem like they're caught up in trying to bring this place out of the fucking grave. And I tried talking with them that one night, or the first day, and they seen me perform. They know what I can do. They said I was funny. Drinking a Celsius fucking energy drink. My mom, she's like, "Oh, I could taste the zero in that." Yeah, there's too much of the zero. I was like, "What are you talking about, zero? There's zero sugar." She's like, "Yeah, I could taste the zero." It's like, I never knew zero could amount to something. How could you have too much zero? Too much of nothing is nothing. I don't know. It was kind of funny. But I tried talking to them, and like I said, to me it just feels like it's up in the air. Part of me feels like if they do invite me back, I don't think they're going to do an open mic. I think they're going to want to do a monthly show, which is fine. I'll take it, you know what I mean? But that's just me speculating. When I was talking to the owner, I told him what I did, how many people I could bring, and this and that, and what my shows have been bringing in. And he offered a budget, right? Not even the other owner, the original owner, Rudy, offered me a budget. I just got ticket sales. And I was like, wow, if you offer a budget, that's a whole different conversation, right? I can bring better talent if we're paying them. And so, I don't know if he was trying to test me, or like, I don't know, but basically was he was asking what big name could I bring, and I tried to tell him about some of the upcoming dudes that are actually really good. I don't think he knew them, or I don't think it impressed him. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe this was out of my ballpark. You know what I mean? I was like, what if I get Concrete? And for those of you who don't know Concrete Live, he does content on Instagram, does a lot of funny videos, and he's a funny guy, big Latino dude. And I think as of the past year, he's been doing stand up. And so, and I've seen him. Well, I haven't seen him like personally perform at Haha's, but I know he performed at Haha's, and I got a great relationship with Haha's, and so I decided to go through Haha's to try to reach Concrete, right? And I was able to, which, was amazing for me. Even I wasn't necessarily in contact with Concrete. I was in contact with his manager, Martin. Very cool dude. From New York. You could tell, right? He had that accent. I couldn't tell over the phone when I talked to him, but he came through last night, right? Because I told him, well, I want to book you. I told him straight up. I was just like, look, dude, I just want my show. I want it to continue here. Because look, I could probably just find any fucking spot, right? But I don't want to. I want to keep it in East LA. I want to keep it in an area where it's dominant Latinos, and I love that area. So I want to keep it there. I want something more for East LA and Montebello and Boyle Heights, cuz there's not a lot of creative outlets out there. I mean, as far as I know, like when it comes to entertainment, yeah, there's bar shows and you'll hear live music, or occasionally you'll have comedy shows, but there's nothing out there that can help prepare somebody who wants to get in this any kind of art form, right? So that's why I brought in the open mic, to try to build a community, and also it's easier for me to get to this location to do comedy, right? It's only like 10 minutes from where I'm at. And so, I told him selfishly, look, I just want to book your dude, cuz it's just for me. I just want to hold on to the spot. And I thought, even if the owner, even if it didn't go out the owner, whatever we talked about, I thought by showing him that, I'm in communication with people, that he would be like, all right, dude, fucking drop your pants, I'll suck your dick, Based on his response last night, definitely didn't feel like a dick suck. He probably grabbed my balls a little bit, but he said he would call me today, and I don't know. I'm sure he's still like thinking about, oh, we're trying to, rebuild this spot. I think they're gonna get new flooring, this Sunday or something. So I don't know. My shit is just in the air right now, and I'm not too worried about it, right? Because I know there'll be other spots, and I'm not trying to quit, right? I'm not trying to give up. So I think on the upside, if I were to lose this spot, fuck it, I'm in contact with this guy, you know what I mean, who works with other comedians like Jesus Sepulveda, Edgar Rivera, Jerry Garcia, you know what I mean? He's working with good dudes. So even if, like I said, it's not working out at Rudy's, I mean, who knows? It'd be great to work with these guys eventually, you know? Um, and we'll see, pretty much after that, when I shook his hand, he's like, yeah, I'll call you. I was like, all right, see you later. Dude, I had a couple drinks in, by the way, too, but I still nailed it. I probably looked like a douchebag, too, the way I was dressed. I was in some black shorts, uh, uh, how do you call it? A fucking tank top, I guess, with a green overshirt, a Dickies over, fucking shirt, button up basically, and a black cap with that says Wayne Industries. And I had a backpack. I probably just looked like a fucking homeless guy. I have no idea, but I still nailed the meeting. You know what I mean? And yeah, all I could do is hope for the best. I was leaving. I said later to the DJ who, yo, by the way, DJ who was, originally Rudy's kind of like booker or scheduler, I don't know what you fucking call it, was his attitude towards me is like so much more different, right? Like when I was there, he kind of had this attitude with me about like it just seemed like he didn't like me, right? And I didn't really want to fuck with him anymore. That's why probably one of the last shows I did, I had my own DJ because I just didn't want to fuck with that guy. And so as I'm leaving, he's like, hey brother, just don't give up. It's all good, dude. I told him about your shows. You always bring like 50 to 60 people, which it's a lie, but thank you. I think the most people I've gotten, yeah, is like 50, right? But still, it was like a turnaround. Like, holy shit, dog. Like, thanks, man. Shook his hand, and he's like, yeah, just we'll stay in contact, bro. Don't worry, And so that's what I'm saying. It's like it feels up in the air, feels lost. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's some hope. You know what I mean? I think there's a bright side. And yeah, I just want to keep it at Rudy's. It's so hard whenever because I feel like, look, if I throw a show somewhere, I don't really want to look for another bar or another spot. Like I don't know, maybe I can ask Haha's if I could run a show there. But see, at the same time, if I go all the way to Hollywood, who the fuck is coming to my show, right? Nobody's coming to my fucking show, bro. I don't know people in Hollywood. I know comics. I know other performers, but yeah. You know? So I don't know. It's just, sorry, I'm fucking sweating like an asshole right here. I got drunk last night. I could have went to go do an open mic, but I was like, nah, like let me just drown my sorrows. And I went back to the Venice room where I was working, had a couple more drinks, talked with some of the fucking local alcoholics there. Yeah, and then just chilled with the homies after. And I was having this conversation with my homie. We were talking about maybe I think I was coming off as a dick because I was just buzzed, and I've been wanting Homeboy to like write a song for this podcast, right? And I know the song he had showed me, I had liked it before, right? But when we played it again, it just felt more like it didn't feel like an intro song. It felt like it wasn't gonna, I guess, get you guys excited to hear this podcast, and I hope I didn't come off as like dismissive towards Homeboy, because I know he thought I liked it, and I do like it, but I think as for the theme song, I'm not sure, but long story short, basically we ended up getting into this little argument about uh what an artist is. You know what I mean? What is an artist? Can you technically be an artist if you do something as a hobby? Or because I think you can make art, but does that make you an artist? I don't know. You know, Personally, what I had said is like, I think an artist is somebody who is striving to make their art relevant, right? Or to be able to like survive through their art in a way. You know what I mean? Like you're pushing your art out there for people to digest, which, you pushing out art makes you an artist, right? And I think for my homie, he was saying like, nah, bro, like art is art, right? Like basically, yeah, you can put shit out whenever you want, however you want, without any kind of feedback, or maybe people don't even know about you, but you just have it, and I guess the one piece that you made or something could be, or could make you considered as an artist, I guess. So we just got into that, and my homie, he is an artist. He's a dope artist. He's always been involved with music since high school, and I think because probably he's a busy dude. You know what I mean? He works a lot. I think probably that's why he takes his time with some of his crafts. You know what I mean? That he has to do, and I don't know. I think I also got butthurt a little bit. You know? Yeah, because I think I just got upset because it was like, to me, it seemed like he didn't want to even hear what I had to say or whatever. Like when it came to like, I think I want this. It was like, it's like, nah, bro, that's just not what I bust. It's like, what? Because I want my homies to be part of everything that I bust. You know what I mean? Maybe not part of the women I fuck, but you know, we can hold hands, right? Or you could watch me through the closet or something, but that's as far as it's gonna get. But when it comes to my aspirations, I want my homies to be there. That's what I told him in the end. I just want them to be there. Like my other homie's a videographer, a photographer. I don't really know what you call it, but I've been wanting homeboy to come down and work one of my shows. You know what I mean? Like film it. You could record other comedian. Obviously get the comedian's permission. You could record their sets and sell it back to them. And by the way, people, everybody does that. So don't think like, what? You're gonna sell, dude? Fucking comedy clubs do that. Okay, they will record your set, and then you have to buy it back. So. And the great words of Mark Norman, comedy, it's just what it is, dude. The business, it's dirty. Yeah, man. So I don't know. Shout out to my homies. I love them. You know what I mean? Yeah, hopefully homeboy could write the song. Do I even need a song for this podcast? I have no idea. Maybe you guys can let me know. I think it would be great. I think it'd be cool to have like a theme song. You know what I mean? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, bean dip. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, bean dip. Bean dip. So hilarious. I was at the bar last night, and fucking this older dude, white guy, he's a Chargers fan, and towards the end when he was leaving, I didn't really want to get into the conversation, but he was pretty much saying like, there shouldn't be any racism, this and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, I get it, bro. But there's always going to be racism. You know, you could say there shouldn't be this or that. Like, it's so funny how, like, before, you know, like, minorities and other ethnicities were like, ah, fuck racism, da da da. And now it seems like the minorities embraced racism. You know what I mean? And now white people are like, oh no, no racism. It's like, white people, you aren't even a little racist towards your own race. You know what I mean? There are Latinos that are racist against Latinos, right? You're telling me a white guy from America is not racist against a fucking Irish, fucking white Irish guy or whatever? Ah, fuck those guys. They drink warm beer. Or they, who knows? They fucking, they look cooler than us American white guys. We have to fucking dress like black guys. I have no idea. Yeah, but, I don't know. And I just told him the name of my podcast. I was like, yeah, I call my podcast the Bean Dip Podcast. And he's like, oh shit, that's really good. Yeah, because, you know, you're a beaner and it makes... He didn't say that, but he liked the name. That was cool. I don't know. Yeah, just you know, grinding it out, guys. Fucking trying to make this shit work. You know, hustling. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know if you guys have been watching... I don't know. Is anybody into that show, The Boys? Does anybody have Amazon Prime and all that? I don't have Amazon Prime. But, you know, when it's there, I've been watching this show called Gen V. And cool show, really dope show. You know, I love that style where it's like this kind of satire realism when it comes to heroes, right? Where it's like these people that we look up to, but behind closed doors, they're scumbags, right? They're fucking selfish, you know, they have their own agenda. And I like that, you know what I mean? It puts a different perspective on what we think of as heroes, you know? Most of the heroes in The Boys and the show Gen V are not real crime fighters. You know, maybe a disaster happens, and you know, they're not necessarily saving the day. It's just it's like a it's kind of like set up for them to look like as if they did all of this, you know, they helped this people or these people or something, you know, but it's just like a commercial for them. And I don't know, I like it, you know what I mean? It just and it really does point out the way society is right now. People, you know, the public with things. I love the Gen V compared to The Boys. I think The Boys was more raunchy, and it had some comedic tones to it, but I think with Gen V it really honed in on the comedy part. Cause I thought it was a lot funnier than I think I've laughed. Like when it came to The Boys, I was like always in shock. I was like, what? Oh shit, you know? And Gen V still has that. But I think it really like honed in on the comedy, because there's some parts that are pretty fucking funny, you know. Like spoiler alert. There's this scene where this girl, her power is she shrinks, but in order to shrink, she has to vomit a lot, right? She can turn herself to the size of a penny, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. And this one dude, you know, wants to kick it with her. They hang out and they're about to fuck. And what he wants her to do is turn super small and to just hold on to his cock. And it's a fucking straight close up of his fucking dick while she's, the size of a fucking ant and just holding on to his dick. It's pretty hilarious. I don't know. The things that I like about it's cool, but at the same time, the show is basically the same shit as The Boys. They're the same thing. I remember in the episode, there's a couple times where I was like, oh, well, that's very similar, to The Boys, what happened to The Boys. And I don't know how much I like that. You know what I mean? Because you're just giving me the same thing, probably because it works, and reselling the same thing, you know what I mean? I'm still gonna watch it. I think the fourth episode came out today or yesterday. Um, and I'm still looking forward to it. I want to find out, because it all leads up to the best fucking character in any series. Well, not any, but bro, the best probably fucking villain antagonist I think ever is Homelander. That guy is so good at being somebody to hate. I had gotten my younger brother and his girlfriend or his wife into The Boys, and they finished the seasons. I think there's 3 seasons, and they're like, bro, I hate that fucking guy, dude. He never dies. They could never just kill him, and that is beautiful, dude. I love that. The fact that how this guy could be the best character in a series, but also the most hated. Like, the show would be nothing without him. What's the guy's name? Let's see what's up. Homelander. Played John Gilman. Is that his fucking name? Let me see. Who plays Homelander? What a fucking name, right? If that John Gilman. I'm just gonna look up John Gilman. Yep. Homelander, dude, fucking kill it, dude. That fool's amazing, dude. Super dope. I think you guys should watch The Boys, and then, hey, you know what? If you want to watch Gen V, I'd... So far the series, it's only been three episodes, Gen V. Out of... Oh, that's my mom. I don't know if you guys could hear her. Out of 5 bean dips, just based on the 3 episodes, I'm going to give it... I feel like 3.5 is being nice. I'm just going to go a solid 3. It's 3 bean dips, right? I like everything about it. It gives me the things that I love in The Boys, but also that's its downfall. You know what I mean? I think sometimes the circumstances, the situations are a little bit too similar to The Boys. And that's why I don't think I could give it a 4. Because it didn't feel new, it didn't feel fresh. It felt like, it's The Boys but with different characters. But 3's not bad. 3 bean dips, you know what I mean? Like, I double dipped and took extra, Yeah, I don't know. I feel like compared to The Boys, which is, bro, I will fucking dip my dick in the bean dip and suck it off. That is a fucking good ass show. I would fuck the shit out of that bean dip. You know what I mean? The Boys Bean Dip. It's a good ass show. Um, but yeah, so three bean dips for Gen V. Like I said, I'm looking forward to watching this next episode, but I just don't know. Really, what the show amounts to is me just wanting more of the boys. You know what I mean? And that sounds super gay. You know what I mean? But fuck it, dude. I want the boys. You know. Shout out to fucking homosexuality. Hell yeah. Is that okay to say now? Homosexuality? Is that like too abrasive or whatever? Shout out to gay guys. Um, Hell yeah, dude. Gen V, Amazon Prime, check it out. Uh, Fuck, man. You know, I've been having to take the bus a lot, right? And I finally, came upon a conclusion, and it's a valid one. For all you bus riders, maybe you could write in, maybe you could comment on what you think are the worst buses. But I think the two worst buses, kind of on this side of East LA, Pico Rivera, Downey, all these areas, the two worst buses that there is really no sense or point in waiting for them, or even taking those buses. Take other buses, take another route. The 265, which runs all the way up and down through Paramount Boulevard. Shitty, dude. Shitty, dog. And then probably even worse than that is the 30 on Garfield. Those are the two. There's no point. There's no point. Okay, I'm home. I had to drop off. I had to deposit some money. Went to the bank, walked to the bank. The bank's like a 20-minute walk for me. Cool. I don't care. I need the exercise, My fat ass doesn't work out enough. I'd rather fucking sit on the floor and sweat because of being hungover instead of active. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to go up Paramount. I'm going to take Paramount because it's closer to me from the bank instead of walking back to Rosemead. And, it was in the back of my head. I was like, bro, you don't really know the scheduling, in this bus route. Like, but it's like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. I got to stop being the fuck it guy. You know what I mean? It's not always about fuck it. Sometimes you could be like, you're right. Let me just stick with what I know instead of always trying to find a new way, Anyway, I walk to Paramount, and dude, I was there for like 40 minutes, dude. 40 minutes waiting for that fucking bus, bro. It's like, dog, this is ridiculous, bro. If I just walk the rest, I will make it, right? I think I had arrived, because when I was hitting up Paramount, I think the bus had just passed, which was like it had to have been like 3:30, 3:40 or something like that, right? I fucking get there. I'm waiting. It's already going to be 4 o'clock. I was like, wow, dude, 20 minutes, not even here. Wait another 10 just to say, fuck it, I'm smoking weed. Nothing. I'm like, god damn, bro. And what made it worse for me to just sit there and wait, there was no bench. Without no bench and nothing to shade my ass from the fucking hot ass sun, right? I mean, it wasn't scorching, but goddamn, bro, who can just stand in the sun like that? Right? That's already 2 strikes, bro, and it's a fucking lagging ass bus. I'm out, bro. Fuck that bus line, And I was like, fuck this. I fucking decided to just walk it all the way to Whittier Boulevard, from Washington Boulevard to Whittier Boulevard, which was, I don't even know. It could have been like a 30, 40-minute walk. I'm not sure. But dude, the bus was so fucking late that I had already... Dude, I was like a block or two from Whittier Boulevard by the time it passed me. It's like, there... What the fuck? I was just gonna wait that whole time in the goddamn sun. Fuck that, dude. I already made it. I felt like fucking throwing a rock at the bus, you know, and I went through my violent thoughts. I was like, I hope the bus driver gets out because I want to fight him, even though it's not his goddamn fault. And, you know, made it to the bus stop off Whittier Boulevard. So never again. I will never take the 265 going up and down through Paramount Boulevard ever again. The worst, that's probably that's not the number one worst. The number one worst bus is the 30 off of Garfield. Nobody knows when that bus passes by. Nobody fucking knows, dude. That bus wait time for the 30 is like an hour. Or sometimes it just doesn't even show up. That is the worst one off of Garfield, dude. Typically my route when I'm coming from home to work, you know, I'll take the 266 up Rosemead to Whittier Boulevard, take the 10 off Whittier Boulevard all the way to Garfield, right? And the walk from where it drops me off Whittier to my job is a 30-minute walk, right? And you would think 30 minutes is a decent amount of time to wait for a fucking bus, right? Dude, when I'm walking to work, that bus never passes me. Ever. Back in the day when I used to have to take Garfield a lot more, dude, that bus I always hated. I always hated that bus line. God, I had to get that off my chest. You know, buses suck in general, right? Nobody likes to take a fucking bus, but look, for all you people, if you guys are new out here in LA, avoid the 265 off Paramount Boulevard and avoid the 30 on Garfield. You would much rather walk, as fucked as that sounds, in the hot goddamn sun than wait for who knows how long in the hot goddamn sun when there's no benches, right? And you're probably waiting for a fucking bus that smells like piss. Who the hell knows, right? Yeah. I learned my lesson. I'm not doing that again. Ever again. That was nuts, dude. The wait, I feel like because here's the thing with Paramount Boulevard and Rosemead and the bus lines, right? These bus lines run all the way from Long Beach area all the way up into Pasadena area, right? That is a long fucking route. That's like you're going through like 3-4 cities, right? Because it's Long Beach and then Paramount, and then there's Downey, then Pico, then what's up above Pico? It could be somewhere in San Gabriel Valley. I have no idea. I don't know what the next city north of Pico Rivera is, but I think, you know, for these long ass trips, as you know, Garfield, the same thing, goes all the way through Compton, you know, and all the way back up to Pasadena. Like, that's just too many fucking cities for one bus going north and one bus going south. You need 2 buses on those goddamn streets, okay? For one, those main streets, Garfield and Paramount, they're connected to fuck all the goddamn freeways. The 60, the 5, the 710, the 605. Like, dude, all the fucking goddamn freeways are connected so the streets are constantly busy. You need more buses on those goddamn fucking I'm so fucking triggered from this bus conversations shit. It only makes sense, right? It only makes sense. Anyway. Alright, everybody. I am fucking sweating my balls off. I need to fucking take a shower. My body is pushing out all the alcohol. And I'm on a fucking Celsius fucking energizing drink. So I am... My nerves are shot. Any shows coming up? At the moment, no. I think I'm just preparing for... Actually, yeah. I do have a... You know what? We have a desert show. Shout out to fucking Drunken Stoner. He's throwing out his Drunken Stone Fest in Rosamond. I don't know what's up with that city, but it's like 2 hours from here. It's in the desert. Starts at 4, I believe. Our shit starts at 4:30. I'm not too sure. You know, look on my fucking Instagram. You can always hit me up. I'll try to put the ticket link in the description. And dude, you guys already know what's up. Everything is in the description. My IG. I'm not too... I'll still post up the Last Resort IG, you know, just in case. You know, you never know. I'm also gonna post some stuff up today just to inform everybody that the show is on hiatus for a little bit until, you know, I guess the owners can work shit out with me. Yeah, and then I have a couple shows coming up at the Comedy Store in November and December. They're roast battles, but let's see how it goes. Dude, I did a roast battle at fucking what's it called? The Ice House. And dude, I annihilated the person I went, but apparently she knew all the comics, so they all voted for her, which is fine. You know, a handful of people came up to me and said, hey, I won that one, but it's fine. It's cool. I was just glad to be there, you know. Shout out to Los Digits for always having me on his roast. Very cool. Yeah, and I think that's it, guys. You know, I'm going to put my IG on the description, Last Resort. I'll put the tickets for this month's show. And, you know, if you want to show me a little love, I always got my Venmo in there. You know, you can help a homie out, a struggling homie, trying to make you guys laugh. Hell yeah. And I think that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.